Hi everyone, just doing my first installment into putting and putting practice and how you can improve putting on the golf course. So obviously out in the marketplace there are many different styles of putter. I prefer a blade putter, which is obviously a lot thinner in the sole. It's not shaped like a mallet or a hammer. So that's my preference. I have used mallet putters in the past, but always seem to come back to a blade style putter. Just with a standard grip as well. So you can get much thicker grips, they can get much lighter as well. So just when you're considering a putter, go on the weight and the feel and how well you can aim with that putter. In terms of holding a putter, there are many styles. Okay, so traditional would be, right hand below left as a right-handed golfer. I do a reverse overlap. So normally when you hold a golf club, it's the pinky on the right hand that would hold over the top of the forefinger on the left. So that's the traditional. But in my putting, I've always gone in reverse. So my forefinger sits over the top of my right fingers, and that's my putting grip. Obviously, there's many different ones. You can go reverse. So my left hand is below my right hand. Again, I'll just stick the finger out there just to make that one unit. I guess that's the best thing about what you're trying to do with your putter grip, is not have your hands separate if you can avoid it. Obviously, we've got arm lock putters too. They tend to lock into the arm. Okay, still there are broomstick putters where obviously trying not to connect, obviously, but be pretty similar. So broomstick creates that pendulum motion. Going back to the grips, so normal left hand and more like a claw style feeling. So again, the hand's pushing like a palm. And then we've got this sort of pencil type sort of grip here where you'll see a lot of players using as well. Okay, I guess it doesn't matter which grip that you use. The key movements that you're trying to avoid in your putting stroke is any of this, if you can avoid it, too much of that. Okay. Secondly, we don't want to have any putter face twist. Okay, so we've got to try to avoid any of that kind of motion. Okay, and then when we swing the putter back, we don't want to hinge like we would in our normal golf swing. So when we make a putting stroke, we want to try to minimize as much of those as possible. So having a good setup, a grip, balance. Okay, so one where, in terms of a setup, you want to feel like your eyes are over the top of the ball. Obviously you can aim. So this one has a nice big white line there for alignment and tell me the middle of the putter face as well. Feet are not too far apart. So if I'm setting up, I'd have the ball slightly forward of center, about 2 putter heads, maybe 2.5 putter heads apart. Okay, so when I'm making my putting stroke, trying to make it as much about shoulders rocking backwards and forwards, not trying to use my wrists for power, okay, because they can get quite flicky and fast. You want to try to make your putting stroke as nice and smooth as you can. So by using your shoulders mostly to make the action would be the best, okay. So sitting the putter nice and flat on the ground. So when it sits on the ground, it sits nice and flat, okay. We don't want the toe up and we don't want the heel up, nice and flat. So getting fitted for a putter so that it's not too long for you or too short for you, that can change your eyes over the ball and also that heel toe scenario. So as flat as we possibly can, and then we make a nice smooth putting stroke and we go for the hole up there. So again, just going through my process, I'd be taking my grip, lining up my putter and making a stroke and seeing that one not go in. A nice smooth stroke. Process again. Hit that one a little bit harder. So I'm already starting to notice that some strokes are not as smooth as others. So that's something to go and practice on. So I hope you enjoyed that session on putting, and there'll be more to come.